All right, Coach, go ahead with an opening statement whenever you're ready, and we'll open up with questions after that.
Okay. I thought Louisville came ready to play. You could tell by their intensity and how hard they played in the first half. I thought they were really good in transition. Got some easy baskets on us. They really moved the ball. They shot it at a high clip. I think they started out 5 for 5 from 3, but they did go 1 for 9 after that. They got a really nice team. They're connected. Carlick Jones is he's a handful to guard. We switched up our looks on the ball screen a lot. And I thought, we slowed him down a little bit in the second half when we started hedging and icing the ball screen. We were kind of just flat hedging them at the beginning, and it just wasn't very good. So, but all the credit goes to their team. They got a lot of balance, and they got high major size at the wings. They got big guards and impressive players. With my team, our team, I think Louisville opened the door for us to win the game, and we didn't kick it in. We got it to a one-possession game. We couldn't find a way to get a lead. We blew a shot at the rim. We turned it over, and they made a 3. Disappointing of our execution and attention to detail coming out of timeouts. Twice we blew sets coming out of timeouts. That's inexcusable. We didn't finish the half very well, and we obviously didn't start the second half very well. But we did get stops in the second half. Like I said, they were 1 for 9 from 3 after going 5 for 5 from 3. But we can't shoot 20% from 3 and win games at our place. And I'm going to have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure we got a lot of wide open looks, and we've got to make those. But all in all, our kids competed hard against a nationally ranked team, but at the end we still have a loss. And so we got to learn from it. We got another nationally ranked team, Virginia Tech, coming here on Sundays, playing really well with a lot of confidence. Just beat Duke at home last night, so we got our work cut out for us. But these kids will keep plugging, and I look forward to coaching them at the next practice. Questions?
Steve, I know you might need to look at the film to really be able to answer this, but you mentioned not being able to kick the door in to take the lead there. Were the looks that your guys were getting, were they the looks that you wanted? They looked like they were within the offense.
Yeah. I think they were. Again, my memory, not the best when, at that juncture, but we were getting stops, Connor. And then when you get stops, you got to come down and make them pay. And we did a little bit by getting to the foul line. We put some pressure on them. We started getting to the rim, but we missed some opportunities to really take the lead. Now, we went deep in the shot clock a few times, and maybe we didn't get the best shot, but we're trying to move the ball. So I'm not going to be critical of that. I think that because we only had 11 turnovers, right? And that's kind of been a problem for us. Now, it was early in the second half. We kind of corrected it. But I'll just have to look. But I thought the ball was at least moving, and everybody was touching it. It's just a matter of, making some plays, and I'll have to go see. Sorry about that. Is that it? Wow.
Questions, guys? Wes, you're muted.
Steve, Les is asking if you got the effort that you wanted to see in the second half. On the boards, just generally rebounding. Did you get the effort you wanted?
I think we closed the gap. We got out rebounded, but we did have more offensive rebounds than they did. So I thought I really challenged them at halftime. I was really upset about us. And it's not getting rebounds above the rim. It's just getting your hands on it and possessing it. And I thought in the first half, we didn't get those balls that we needed to get. And I think we got more of those in the second half. It's interesting that, two of the hardest playing guys on the court and the two leading scorers on the court both played mid-major basketball. Carlick Jones played at Radford, and Daivien Williamson played at East Tennessee State. So it doesn't really matter where you're from or who you are, just how much heart you got and how hard you want to play and compete. And I just didn't think we were doing that as a whole in the first half. Now, I thought in the second half we really came back and showed a lot of heart, played hard. And I told them after the game, I'm disappointed. I want for them that more so than for me. I'm disappointed. I want them to taste victory. But I love coaching them, and I'm going to keep coaching them. They're going to keep competing, and we're going to figure this thing out, and we're going to get some wins. But, yes, I thought they competed a lot harder in the second half on the glass.
Steve, it looked like early on you guys were trying to go through Odie quite a bit, and I wonder if that was just something that you saw today or if that's kind of how you want it to look starting out a game, when this offense is getting settled.
Well, I think, no disrespect, I think Louisville they got really big guards, but they're not huge inside. And so I thought we could go in there to him. And he did a good job, and we wanted to throw it in there. But to be honest, we want to throw it in there as much as we can because I don't know what he was. He was 4 for 9, 11 points, 6 boards. But that's penetration too, right? And it's hard to penetrate pack line off the dribble, and they're aggressive pack line. And so throwing it in the post was a really good way to do that. And I thought we did. Now, sometimes when we threw it in there, I thought we held it too long. You know what I mean? Odie kind of held on to it. When you do that, that lets them set their defense. And I thought we moved it out of there. He either made a play or he moved it out of there. I thought Emmanuel Opomo sparked us in the second half by playing hard and hedging ball screens and rebounding the ball. He was +6 while he was in there for 3 minutes. So that tells me he helped turn the game around when we were behind. And so I probably got to find him a little bit more playing time and put Ish more at the 4. It's just hard for a freshman, to come in there in that level of a game. But I thought he did a really good job.
Just generally for the point guard situation, I guess first off, just kind of take us through Carter's situation. Yeah. But then also just, the way it played into this game and, having to go to Daivien for 38 of the 40 minutes and Jacoby getting more time as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Carter got hurt at pregame practice, guarding and, we were going over their scouting report, their offense and, got hurt. So, one of those things that just happens, and you got to keep moving. And I hate it for Carter, but no excuses. We got other guys that have to step up, and he'll do a good job of rehabbing that, and I'm sure he'll get back as soon as he can. Daivien's just a tough kid. He played 38 minutes, 37 minutes. Played the 1, played the 2, had to guard guys bigger than him. I'm proud of him. I think he played really hard. I thought Jacoby had some good minutes, and he had a tough start to the second half. And but he'll be fine. He's just got to keep practicing and keep getting better. It's been nice to have another handler. It's nice when we have 2 of those guys in the game at the same time. We could set a few more ball screens, but that just wasn't the case. And I hate it for Carter because he just got here that he has to go through that.
Coach, I don't think we're going to speak with you before Sunday's game. It's you and it's Coach Young yet again, who has a really good team. For those who didn't follow the SoCon so closely, how would you characterize the battles you and Coach Young had?
I would probably call them a fist fight. And I don't mean that in any there was never a fight ever. It was always 2 teams just going at each other with the same kind of mentality. Tough, hard-nosed defense, move the ball on offense. He brought one of his guys, Kivi Aluma, who I think is a really good player looks like to me in the ACC. I thought the year they went 30-4 or whatever, when he got the job, I thought he really blossomed into a big-time player. I knew he was going to be a problem. And he took that year to get better. I haven't watched him a ton, but Mike's a friend, so I try to watch him sometimes. And he's a competitor. I like him. I know Cohn's a good guard and Couture and they got some grad transfers, Mutz and Pemsel from my home state. Mike's a great coach and a great person. His teams always play hard. They play together. It'll be a tough battle, but we'll be up for it. He texted me after the Duke game, and he said, that looks like you guys are starting to look like a Steve Forbes team, and I respect everybody in the league. Don't get me wrong, but I have some history with Mike, and I think the world of him, and we'll be ready to play him on Sunday.
Speaking of history, did part of you go back to 2017 when you had that lead slip away against Chris's group when it's 53-52? Did part of you think, man, I'm about to get one over Chris?
Not really. I mean, I was up 23, so I didn't have that kind of cushion, and he didn't either. And I think they got up 15 or 16, but we came storming back, and I was proud of the way they fought. It didn't really go through my mind. I knew they'd go 1-3-1. I thought they'd go 1-3-1 when he called that timeout. I don't know if they did. I couldn't really tell. I thought Daivien passed on he had a wide open three at the top. And I don't know if he took it. I can't remember. I don't think if he did, I don't think he made it. But no, I think in the guts of the game, you just don't think about stuff like that, Josh. You just play and compete. And I was just trying to get our guys to compete every possession.
Steve, speaking of zones, what did it take for you to go zone? Because I know you guys have had trouble rebounding, and typically if you have trouble rebounding, you don't go zone.
We did. I thought the 1-3-1 was pretty good to us a few times, but then they figured it out, which 1-3-1 is not something you can't stay in the whole game. It's not the 1-2-2 or the 3-2 or the 2-3. It's just, but I thought it kind of slowed them down a little bit. It also kept Jones from, when you're playing 1-3-1, you should be able to cup the ball at the top with the big and in the wing and the guard up top. So I thought it kept him kind of out of the lane. He got to the paint way too much, and he's a tough guy to guard. But it was good to us for a while. It kind of changed the momentum a little bit, but it's really not something that you can stay in. And we'll continue to use it from time to time. We've used it a few times the last couple games, but we may have to look at something else too. As far as zone, because we can't let teams just carve us up in the man.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Daivien, I guess first off, you guys are able to get a few turnovers and really kind of close that game in at the second half, and then the ability to see that ball go in the basket from the field just kind of goes away. What was it like to kind of go through that and try to figure out how to get through that scoring slump in this game?
Coach always preached to stay connected, so that's what we try to do a lot more in the second half. The first half they got up on us. We gave up a lot of transitions and baskets. That's not really like us. So second half we just had to stay connected and stay locked in as a team and not as individuals.
What did it do for you guys to see the bench get so involved during that stretch where you guys do pull it close again?
Oh, yeah. We always tell each other we got to create our own energy, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. We always try to pick each other up, do it for our brothers. That's something that we preach to each other. So that's all we was trying to do, get each other hype and create our own energy.
Daivien, what's the feeling when you guys are going through a walkthrough today and Carter rolls his ankle and is out?
It's tough, but the train keeps rolling, you know what I'm saying? We got other guys to step up for him. I mean, it sucked that he couldn't play, but like Forbes always said, the train keeps rolling.
Did you guys have any idea he rolled his ankle, or was it not nearly that dramatic?
He rolled it in pregame practice today, and like I said, the train keeps rolling. We didn't know if he was gonna play. We found out he wasn't. Just, you know what I'm saying? We just got to continue to play.
Daivien, what did you feel like was going wrong? They had a 16-0 run there early, like 5 minutes into the game. What was going wrong for y'all at that point?
Yeah, like I said, we gave up a lot of transitions and baskets, and it's tough because we work on things like that. We know they like to get out and run, so we worked on that in practice yesterday and the day before because we knew they like to go out and run, like I said. So That's exactly where a lot of their points came from during that run. When we got them in half court defense, I feel like we played pretty well. We guarded pretty well. It was transition that was killing us in the first half.
David, I think it was pretty clear that a lot of the ball handling responsibility was going to come to you tonight. But just as far as coming into a game knowing that it's going to be more on your shoulders, how do you approach it?
It's just another game, you know what I'm saying? I played the one a lot. I played the two as well. So I mean, it's just another game. I knew I was gonna have to play a lot of it once I seen Carter go down, but I mean, it is what it is. I just go out there and try to do whatever I can to help my team win.
Anything else, guys? Cool. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Questions for
Jonah, I guess just take us through your perspective of getting within a point of Louisville and then just not seeing the ball go in the basket and watching them kind of pull away for good.
I mean, it's frustrating. We work really hard in practice. We were coached really well. We're all together as a team, and I think we're close to making that next step, that next push. But it's frustrating it didn't happen tonight. But have faith. We have faith in each other and in the team and the coaches. So it's gonna come. It's gonna happen.
You guys have shown some positives in these last 3 games. But I guess how do you take those when obviously you're not getting the result you want and you definitely want to make that turn of the corner at some point?
Yeah, the ACC is a beast. You know what I mean? Every night you're going to play a good competitor, and we know that. But I've been around a lot of programs. New coaches, new program. It's just going to take a little time. You know what I mean? It's going to take. Hopefully, it happens sooner than later. We flip the switch. But it's just going to be a matter of time before we get to it.
Jonah, you guys went almost 10 minutes there in the second half without a field goal. But did you feel like some of the shots that were coming in that stretch were the shots that you wanted within the offense and they kind of just weren't falling?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't shoot particularly well. 2 for 7 isn't a great night, especially playing at home on our court, our rims. We got some good open looks from 3, and we didn't capitalize. I don't have a box score in front of me, but from 3 we weren't very good. We had some great looks. But yeah, put the ball in Daivien's hands. They weren't guarding that ball screen really well, so he did a good job towards the end. But yeah.
You just chalk it up to just the bounces weren't falling. Like it's just
just a bad shooting night. We didn't make our threes. We got good looks from threes, good open looks, and we just didn't capitalize. It's one of those nights. We're not going to shoot the ball every night, well, but our effort can be controlled. We can control the defensive end and how much effort we bring. Even when the shots aren't falling, that's what we need to focus on. And get in the gym, get some reps, get shots up.
Did you feel like effort and 50-50 balls were better than they had been the last couple games?
Yeah, we're getting better. Duke, obviously, we didn't, do a really good job rebounding. We got some offensive rebounds late. I think we did a better job tonight of that. And, we had a little spurt there when we were turning them over. We were aggressive. We had a good little run there. And I thought that was encouraging for our team.
anyone else? Cool. Thanks, Jonah. Thanks, guys.